Welcome to ODT Rugby Chat. Look, I've missed another couple of weeks, but look, newspaper business is pretty busy this time of year, but I thought I better do one. It's we're in the semi-finals weekend. We've got Varsity up against Kite, and we've got the Dunedin boys up against Harbour. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So welcome along. I've got the captain of Dunedin, Mark Grieve-Dunn, and I've got the player, coach, captain, manager, water boy, Harley T-Pole, does everything down at the Hawks. So Harley, let's have a chat with you first. Now this was your first year as the official head coach. How's that going, and how tough has it been? Because you're playing as well, so how tough is that tough to do?
It is. I think nothing changes from the past the 3 years of my role at the club. Like I said, the only change was the title.
Right.
As a full head coach in that, but you ask around the coaches, and Dunny will agree, it's not an easy job in club rugby.
No.
Let alone trying to play. So something that I've told the players, give themselves a pat on the back for making semi-final, because I even travelled a lot. Salala Mapasua travels a lot, and then big ups to my players for keep on soldiering on when we were in there, and a lot of time I was in there.
So where were you? Because you spent quite a bit of time with tens, tournaments, that sort of stuff around the world.
Yeah.
Somebody must be paying you well to make all this happen.
Pays the bill, not pay well, but so I work for a sports marketing company that is based in Hong Kong.
Right.
So we do a lot of events, sport events and that.
And so that's when you've been away, that's where you've been at these events.
Yeah, no holiday.
No holidays.
Yeah. But we stay in touch with Facebook and all that from my players, or what they should be doing, and then try my best to still have a big input while I'm away.
Okay.
It seems like it works.
Okay, Greg, so let's bring you in. You've been playing for Dunedin for a while now. In fact, you've got a big milestone coming up this weekend. We'll talk about that shortly. But your first year as captain, very disappointing year last year for Dunedin. Yep. And I think I've written about that a bit last year, so we've moved on from that now. So good. What was it like you've been first year as captain, and you made the semis?
Yeah, it was good. Like I was quite fortunate that I've got some fairly experienced players around me, like your Will Henrys, and then when Sam's been available, and he's always there on the sideline, that sort of thing when he hasn't been playing. So a lot of support there, and fellas that have been around a while. So a lot of young boys that take a wee bit of work, but they're all pretty receptive of it. So it's been good.
And of course, if you're a first year captain, you've also got a first year coach on board in terms of Keith Capron.
Yeah.
A pretty experienced guy at this stage, and now he's obviously helping out with the Otago, which is good as a scrum coach. But how's he gone on this first year with the Dunedin Priems?
Yeah, really good. Like Keith, he's it's like anything. When the first time you're doing it, you're sort of learning as you go a wee bit. I played with Keith when I first started out, so it was a bit of.
Geez, you've been around that long.
Yeah, that was last year. But no, Keith's a really good coach. I think he's got a good future in it. He's really patient with people and teaching them. Always got time for lads to do, extras, and he's always clear, and he's not criticising like how it could be easy when players aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing.
He seems a pretty positive guy, not like myself.
Yeah,
he's very positive. He's very he's very enabling.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, unlike you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how you'd have played with Keith? You played with Keith in Southland?
Yeah, played Otago, played Southland, played Highlanders.
Then again, you've been around for a long time as well. So we're just talking off here before that, because I think you were contemplating going and playing NPC this year for Southland. So that's off the table now.
No, that's off the table. I think I would have been. I'm more excited in the challenge ahead when Otago contacted me about possible role helping out the under-20s.
So you're going to help with the Otago Colts team there with Luke.
Luke. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, or is it official or unofficial?
That's all right. Well, nobody's watching anyway, so you're okay. So that's your role. So look, talk me through about Harbour. I mean, I rabbit on about them every year. Like, I think they should have won. They should have perhaps gone on and won their final. They missed out in the semis last year, and I had it down to, like, I commentated on their game. They got whistled off the park in the first half. They made it. You just keep giving away penalties. So, where are they at this year? I know you had some issues discipline-wise early on this year, but have the boys calmed down a bit now?
Oh, I think so. To be honest, I haven't seen the semi-final from last year.
Right, because
I haven't seen that one.
Right, you were away. That's right.
Yeah. And all I take from some people's comments about players handling pressure.
Yep.
So I've tried to knuckle down and then try to get a bit of advice to those guys to handle their pressure when it comes to crunch time. So that's all I can do, and I believe we understand the whole principle of your discipline during the game, and we worked hard off the field, and it seems like it's working.
So you've got because there's been over the years there's been dramas, there's been issues with you guys. So like you think you've really you're on top of it this year?
Yeah,
might be a blowout in the semi-final. You'll be playing, of course. That will help.
Don't know about that, but yeah. So we believe in what we're doing, that we can go all the way. You know, not disrespecting Dunedin, but as Dunedin, they're feeling confident within themselves. So there's no point of us going into this game not with a little bit of doubt in our abilities. It includes our discipline and everything. So we believe in what we've got.
Okay, mate. So let's come back to you. Like we know, look, you know, we look at Dunedin every week, and I see most of their games. Well, I've had a few games off this year, to be fair, but you've got a big, strong pack, mate. And look, if you could play your whole game with 8 guys on the paddock, you'd win most games. But so where are you at with you've still got quite a young back line. Not a great dress rehearsal against Pirates, I'd have to say. So you got confidence in your back line?
Oh, definitely. No, like you know, our backline they've done it hard this year with a lot of blokes, you know, coming in and out through injury and that sort of thing. Not putting out the same backline each week can be, you know, disruptive for blokes when they get a bit of a bang up and then they can't play for a week or whatever like that. But you know, those young boys have worked really hard this year, and they've worked really hard at, you know, improving every week. So no, full faith in those blokes to do the job.
And Scotty E has been a bit of a plus for you coming in late in the season.
Oh, definitely.
Just to sort of give you some structure at first five.
Yeah, well, Scotty's a classy player, and it's you know, you can definitely see it when he's on the field there. And it's also good to see the blokes. You know, he's taken a couple, you know, fairly key members of our team their spot, and they've been really supportive with that,
right,
you know, transition as well. So that's really, you know, benefit to those guys.
Okay. So look, Harley, back to you. Look, you've had a lot of injury problems this year as well. And but I see are you back to full strength? You've got Pete's back.
Pete's
broke his hand.
Yeah, broke his hand. Charles will have. He trained on Tuesday, so we'll give him one more day, or maybe 2 days, Thursday and Friday.
Because he's been out a while. Has he been out a while still?
He's been out for most of the.
So what's been wrong with him?
He broke his foot.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So there goes my 2 most influential player from last year. They were co-captain Aliki Morris and.
Yeah, we've lost Aliki down to Southland.
So, but. Like it's the same as you mentioned in Dunedin's backline. I can't dwell, and certainly I haven't talked about it, that we've lost those 2, we have injuries, because all clubs go through that one.
Yeah.
As soon as you start making excuses, then
it becomes hard.
Yeah.
So you've got, you had the young Joe Collins, the wee first five, because he broke his hand as well.
Yeah,
he's back playing.
He's back playing, his 3rd week playing.
And you've got Dawai's back now from his jaunt in the island.
Yeah, Dawai's back.
Does he still go to Toulon, or was I just making that up last week?
No, I think you just made that up.
Right, it was a good story at the time.
Yeah. No, he's going
to stay. He's going to stay and play for Otago.
No, yeah. Well, we've gone through that. I think he's rung me that a couple of clubs have offered him in the UK, but
he's going to do it.
Yeah. No, he's got it right. He's not rushed to get there, and then I just gave him my advice, and then he chooses what to do. But it seems like he wants an honest contract with Otago.
Right. Okay. So, and there's some guys that are playing really well. One of the guys that every time I see him play, I think this kid's such a good player. This Ben One, man, he's just a very, very good player for you guys.
Yeah, Ben's. I gave him the captaincy when those 2, and it seemed like he thrives on it. You know, he's because Ben is the type, he doesn't care about it. As a captain, you've seen him say his speeches. Yeah, it's terrible.
He's not one of the great speech makers.
Oh no, he just gets out and goes, yeah, true, thank you, and that's it.
Yeah.
But what he does on the field, he doesn't go on about. He's the captain, he goes there and play, and that's it. So that's what I needed from my captain.
Okay, so look, talk me through what you guys. I mean, you've got a really, really experienced forward pack. Will you get Gareth Evans this weekend? Or is that still up in the air for you guys?
Don't know. That's up to
Jamie,
I suppose. Yeah.
He'd be a big asset for you though to get into the semi-final, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, like you know, when you get those players, you always take them. But I think we've picked the tide already to do the job. And if you get those guys, hey, that's a bonus. But you plan to not have them and do the job without them.
Right. But some guys have had some. There's a couple of guys that have had really big seasons for you this year. You've got Donald Brickhouse just about played every minute for you.
Yeah.
He's lost a lot of weight. I think he's the best. Look, I think he's the best prop on Otago right now. He hasn't been beaten at scrum time. He must be, and he's just doing such a lot of work for you.
Yeah, well, Donny, when he's out there playing, like, you know, as you say, he's played pretty much every minute for us, and that's, you know, he's been a big part of the reason why we've gone forward in our scrums all year, and just, you know, helping coach the boys through that, and also around the field, he's really amped it up, like his physical breakdown at tackle time, and also the carries, so, you know, very, very good for us.
And you probably can't say much more about how well Harmy Toma plays for you boys every week.
Yeah, he's Mr. Fix-It for us in the loose forwards, really. He, you know, you can sort of chuck him in there with any sort of mix and any sort of job, and he gets it done sort of thing for us. So, you know, Harmy, he's a really good player. I think there's a wee bit of, you know, probably people don't see quite the work that he does with, you know, helping other blokes, you know, around the field, but, you know, he's key for us. Okay,
so look, Dunedin probably will think they'll have it over you boys at scrum time on the weekend. You're going to match up at scrum time?
Well, we have to. I believe with the way our scrum's going, we've got the top 5 or the 8 to handle. As you said, I've been impressed with Donny, so we're going to try to hang on our side, inside of his scrum for us to go forward.
So how's Big George been going in front? George Bow, how's he going?
Yeah, pretty good. I not to be biased, but I'm pretty impressed with George as well.
Right.
His scrummaging, obviously different sides. He's a loose head, so he'll come against Donny. And they're best friends, are they?
I think they're pretty tight.
Yeah, pretty tight. So good battle, and like Donny, his work around the field has been impressive.
Right.
His tackle count and ruck arrivals and everything is pretty high up there.
So one of the big parts of your game, and it probably the same with the Dunedin, is the ability of your ball carriers. Now, you've got some great ball carriers. Well, there could be inclement weather on the weekend. Are you going to play a tight game, or are you going to play that traditional Harbour game where you still want to get the ball wide if you can?
Yeah. So I had a couple of texts from a couple of my helper or coaches just seeing about the game plan and then the weather for the weekend. So we'll sit down tomorrow and then see what will suit us with weather-wise or looking back at how Dunedin will look at all our games.
Right. So. And you've had, is it a disadvantage or an advantage the fact you've lost to Dunedin twice this year coming into the semi-final?
Nah, it's got nothing. It's
nothing to do with it?
Nah, nothing. As soon as you get the top 4, it's all on.
Yeah.
You know, we've lost the 2 games. Obviously, the first one, that's the first game. The second one was.
Well, it was a pretty, it was a pretty awful day.
Yeah.
I never got out of the truck, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I guarantee you, Dunedin's not thinking that they beat us twice.
Yeah.
There, I got the upper hand.
Yeah.
But
was it true that you actually offered Greaves to call that game up at half time?
Yeah.
Right. You wanted to just get out of here.
Yeah. I was more thinking that injuries, because we've already had 3 or 4 injuries, and then leading up to that. But full credit, I talked to Dan. Then I went to K1, you know, and then K1 they won Barfoot. But I can understand because we were right up there, and then Dunedin needed the point.
We needed the point. They needed the point.
So.
Yeah. Right, mate. So look, from your point of view, look, I mean, they've got a strong. They're probably on paper probably stronger backline than you guys. So how do you beat Harbour on the weekend?
Oh, I think it's just, you know, a lot of it comes down to mental attitude on the day, and like I think, as Harley said, like any other previous game, it doesn't mean anything, and it's how well you go out there and execute. Like we've had guys in other years in semis and finals who have come out and played brilliantly after playing not a lot. So, you know, Kaita Kifano, for example, came in that final and came out of nowhere, played in, you know, a bit of the twos footy that year. So, you know, we've got full faith in our backline to get the job done and you know, and compete with, you know, a few of their stars. So.
Okay. Well, right. So where do you boys win this game?
Sorry?
Where do you boys win this game over Dunedin on the weekend?
Oh, I have no idea. I can sit here and then tell you some lies. Look, if we train well tomorrow, and then we come out with some confidence, we will. And then I'll probably tell you tomorrow after I see our training and see how the boys feel.
So you're still waiting on Charles Elton to whether you'll get him up, because he'll be a big plus for your pack. You play him would you play him in the loose? Would you put him in the lock? Probably play him number 8, would you?
Yeah. But we'll see if he.
Because you've been playing Mr. at number 8, haven't you?
No, they keep swapping with Benny Whale.
Benny Whale swapping. Okay.
we'll train and see how he goes.
Okay.
We don't want to risk it.
Look, there's a couple of other things we need to discuss, lads, and I'm a bit horrified to find out today that the two best refs in town are not available this weekend, which I'm stunned about. They're off at a camp for referees, which is stunning for me. So look, it might be at this stage, boys, that you've got young Stu Curran refereeing this game. Does that make a difference to you guys, or that's something you can't control?
It's as you say, it's uncontrollable, and you have to play to every ref in the comp has certain things that they focus on a wee bit more than others probably. So you just have to play to what they're refereeing at the time.
Thoughts on that? On one of these younger refs doing the game?
I think I don't know about that, but now you can't control it, but you've got to probably advise your players that a lot of calls might go 50-50,
Yep.
or it's a young referee, so we've got to try to mentally prepare for
For that.
no chatting, no,
Just get on.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, and just Greasy, just to finish, it's mate, I understand it's your 100th game this weekend for Dunedin.
Yes.
So what does that mean for you? And is it even more special than the semi-final?
Yeah, it was actually funny at the start of the season. I sort of did the wee count up, and I saw that land on the semi. I was thinking, no, geez, it would just be good to be if that was a semi rather than playing in that next four. So that was something that we sort of focused on all year to play. Make semi-finals football and do that. But to be honest, it's another game. If we get into next week, then I'd be happy.
It's more about getting into that final.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, we won't ask you who's going to win your game. We know the answer to that, but who do you think's going to win the Varsity Kaiku game?
Oh, mate. If it's true that Varsity threw that game away.
Well, it looked to me as though they played a lot of their second strings.
The way they were going, I'm sure Danny will agree. It'll take a bit to stop
to beat.
Oh.
Yeah, would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, look, there it is. Look, there's two big semi-finals on this weekend. That first semi-final, nearly too close to call, Dunedin versus Harbour. Look, I'll go with Dunedin because I'm biased, but it could go either way. And in the second game, look, Varsity, I think, made a fatal flaw last week, not playing their top team. But they'll have their top team out there on Saturday, and they'll go through to the final next weekend. And we'll talk to you again next week.